Let's be clear about that. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Faith and this is the Faith Walks channel where the pathways of faith are limitless. So today, you already know if I'm up here, I am doing my Faith Talk video. I'm going to be using new makeup and I'm going to be, chit-chatting a little bit, maybe some random stuff or some specific topics. We'll see how it goes. But if you want to see the new makeup that I'm going to try and what I come out with, what we talking about, then grab your tea, grab your crumpets, hunty, and keep on watching. You know you want to. Hi y'all. So today, as I said in the intro, first of all, I want to thank everybody who's watching, everybody that's a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. All of my subscribers, I love and appreciate you guys' support. And thank you always for commenting, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and letting me know that y'all are feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So today, I'm using new makeup and, sorry, I have a couple things on my mind, but I don't know. It might be a little random too. I kind of wanted to talk about building confidence and, dealing with low self-esteem and stuff. If y'all see me, I'm fiddling with my new makeup with the box. But you see I got nails on. So, you got to wrestle with stuff. But I'm going in with the Temptress palette. There you go. The Temptress palette by Alter Ego. And, this is it. As you can see the mess, because I'm upstairs, I'm in my room, and it is what it is, But, yeah, I'm using this palette, and we're going to try to do something a little fun or whatever. Y'all pray my strength in the Lord. So, I'm actually going to go in with this gray shade. I didn't even do, y'all know, normally it's Whisper, that's the shade, but this is an inexpensive palette. This is like $16 or something. I'll put the actual price. Oh, the pigmentation though. So yeah, but I found out from Alter Ego, from a fellow YouTuber, and I wanted to try it out after I saw her. She had been doing comparisons between the Alter Ego palettes and the Natasha Denona palettes. And so I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to put her name down in the description box so you guys can see and check out her videos if you want. But I was like, when I saw what, the outcome was and how beautiful the palettes were, I was like, I have to buy this. So this is one of the ones I got. I got two palettes. This is the Temptress palette, and then I have another one called the Artemis. Yes, the Artemis palette. It's sitting next to me. I'll show you guys what it looks like. But yeah, I kind of wanted to talk to you guys today about dealing with low self-esteem and how to build your confidence and everything. The only thing that I used on to prime my eyelids was the concealer, the Infinite Concealer by Makeup Revolution, that I love to clean up my eyebrows with, and I set it with powder, the Blondie powder by Huda Beauty. So yeah, that's all we're going with now. Even though I have like a mirror, I have a vanity in front of me, sometimes I need a smaller mirror, But yeah, I just wanted to talk about, low self-esteem and building confidence. And y'all pray for me because my mood is lame. So, like, really, I'm like, Faith, what is going on with you, sis? Get your life, you know what I'm saying? Supposed to be talking about low self-esteem and how to build confidence, and you seem like a sad psych right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not it. So anyways, one thing that I wanted to talk about with low self-esteem. So I don't know why this keep cutting off. That annoys me, this computer. But so when it comes to, you know, low self-esteem and, you know, dealing with that, I've been through that. I've been through it with you know, during my teen years, when it comes to weight, you know, and also, but I just want y'all to know, like, when it comes to low self-esteem, like, you can have low self-esteem, and this doesn't just have to be concerning, like, you know, if you're heavier, or, you know what I'm saying, or you're what people would consider overweight or whatever. It doesn't always have to just do with that. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know, sometimes people associate, oh, if you're, you know, plus size or you're overweight, you must have low self-esteem. And, like, honestly, I'm 30 years old. I've gotten to a point where I'm sick of being, like, feeling some type of way about being a certain size. Like, I am seriously over it. I don't have time. I went through that before, but low self-esteem is not limited to, you know, how you feel about your weight. You might have, you know, physical flaws. You might be a naturally shy person, and that makes you insecure. So, you know, that causes you to have low self-esteem, you know, or something like that. But low self-esteem doesn't just have to do with, you know, a specific, you know, or you just being overweight. Like, it just doesn't. So I'm going into blush. This looks pinker, but it's not that pink. It's more like an orangey pink. Yeah. Blush. Going in blush and put that in the inner corner. And that's literally all I really want to do for the eye. I just want to, I might blend out that gray some more. Using Uptown. Let me show you which one Uptown is. Uptown is this one right here. Yeah, I might blow that out a little bit, but ooh, it's pigmented though. But and even with the concealer too. But yeah, you know, don't, like, anybody can, they can be, you know, have low self-esteem. Women can have low self-esteem. You can be self-conscious about how you speak, or, you know, things like that. Like, low self-esteem is not biased, honey. Can hit anybody at any time, right? So, but I have struggled with low self-esteem before, and I would say, you know, it was about my weight. You know, after all that talking I just did about how it doesn't always have to be just about weight. But really though, you know, it was about weight, but it was also, you know, about insecurities that I had with my personality, not being as outgoing as other people, or, you know, maybe I wasn't as open, or, you know, things like that. So I kind of felt alone, you know, and that kind of gave me low self-esteem. I kind of felt misunderstood because I was so quiet, you know what I mean? And so that kind of just made me feel like I was a loner, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, people didn't get me, you know, so because I was so quiet. And it wasn't that I was closed, but I just felt like because I wasn't outgoing, people didn't really pay much attention to me, you know what I mean? Or I didn't have as many friends, you know, or as many people around me. And I felt insecure because I'm just not that, I just wasn't that outgoing. And, you know, I'm like, I can't fake who I am, you know what I'm saying? I can't be anything different. And so that kind of made me feel like I would have to be by myself, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, and I had low self-esteem about that because I didn't know how to fix that or change that, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I guess I could have stepped out of my comfort zone, you know what I mean, which I would try to do. You know, you want friends, show yourself friendly, but at the same time, like, you know, I definitely tried to show myself friendly. So but, you know, just knowing that you have to be different than you naturally are, or that feeling of pressing past, you know, being what you naturally are in order to be able to have people to understand you or have friendships, it's just kind of weird. And so it just, I know now that in, you know, since I've, you know, I talked about last faith talk when I talked about rejection, about finding your tribe. I know that now, you know, that since I've found the people, you know, who I connect with, who get me, who understand me, I'm definitely more comfortable. And it doesn't mean that, you know, I still don't have to come out of my comfort zone. I do. But at the same time, I don't feel like I have to come away from being who I am, who Faith is, with them. But yeah, I definitely dealt with low self-esteem, feeling pressure, because my dad was a very charismatic person. My sister was, and she is actually a charismatic person, but she's also, I ain't gonna tell, you know, everything about her, you know, I ain't gonna do her like that, but, you know, she's also an introvert and an extrovert. You know, she has a moment. She's an ambivert. I think that's what that's called. An ambivert, when you're introvert and an extrovert. So she has a little bit of mixture of both. But people were just drawn to, you know, who my sister was. Just by nature of who she was. They were just drawn to her. So, yeah. So my sister, you know, was definitely an ambivert. But people were drawn to her, you know. And they were just drawn to her personality. And I'm going into champagne. Oops, nope, there it is, right there, champagne. And don't judge me, I'm using the same brush, and I am not mad at myself about it. Ooh, my God, that is beautiful. Ooh, yes. Oh, yes. Now that very, very little fallout. Okay, see? See, we ain't even have to do too much, too much, you know. I'm just gonna hit that brow bone with a little bit of that champagne. Oh, oh, oh. I said a little bit, Faith. I said a little bit. But yeah, people were, you know, drawn to my sister's personality, and so, you know, it kind of pulled up insecurities for me. Feeling like I kind of had to change who I was because people weren't drawn to me in that way. You know, I had friends and everything like that, but I still, you know, didn't have people just drawn. My sister had an effervescence about her that just drew people to her. And now I know that sometimes that can be difficult as well. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so that's one of the areas in which I dealt with, you know, low self-esteem. So I already primed my face. What y'all think? Like, it's just something simple, but very cute, right? I really like this Alter Ego palette. This is nice. And I use cool tones and everything. And, like, I am living for this. This is cute. I've always wanted to do something with a gray shadow. So, maybe because I'm feeling great today. So one of the things I wanted to do is use a sponge with the Huda Beauty foundation. I'm going into chocolate mousse because I didn't do that with y'all. And it was simply because with my last video about it, I used the brush only. And that was because I just didn't have one clean, man. And I was like, I don't want to get up. So, yeah, I was not feeling doing that. But like I said, it's Huda Beauty Full Filter Foundation in the shade Chocolate Mousse. So yeah, that was one of the insecurities I had because my dad and my sister was, you know, effervescent. My mom was more like, or I was more like my mom, you know. She was more quiet, more, you know, to herself and, you know, things like that. So I'm gonna go in with the sponge, and this is my Juno & Co sponge. It's clean, it's just stained, but I'm gonna show this side. It's the one that, you know, has full coverage and everything too. It's just the yellow one. And I'm just gonna go in with the sponge on this side so you can see how much coverage it has with the sponge as well as with the brush. But yeah, my mom, I was definitely more like my mom. My mom was is more quiet. She's actually more out of her shell now. Like she be rapping. My mother be rapping now, but and I feel like that's how I am now too. I'm definitely more out of my shell. I'm like, I'm doing this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely, you know, out of my comfort zone. And so, anyways, I also dealt with low self-esteem when it comes to, you know, my weight as well. Because, you know, especially when you're a teenager going through body consciousness and everything. I think self-conscious, when you become so self-conscious when you are just going through hormonally and all that kind of stuff. And I was conscious of my shape and my figure, and y'all, it's just all of that. I was so self-conscious in my teen years. It was ridiculous. But y'all, this is the, okay, I just wanted to see, but this is the, like, I think I did like 2 pumps. It was really 2 and like a quarter pump. And I put that all over my face. And I'm not putting another layer on because that looks phenomenal. The coverage is just where it's at. This is small, but I'm going to use it for foundation. But yeah. So I definitely went through body consciousness, you know, my shape and everything. I've always, you know, had a certain type of shape. An hourglass figure, I would say. So the back end of myself has always been more protruding. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can feel where I'm coming from, you can't feel me. You feel what I'm saying right now. You pick up what I'm putting down. Y'all, look at that. So I put, y'all see the, I'm gonna show y'all the sponge side again. Sorry, I'm doing 50 million things at once. But yeah, I've always had a more of a protruding posterior. But I was self-conscious about that, you know. I just always felt like people were staring at me and looking at me, and that made me uncomfortable. You know, even though I wanted to have friends and, you know, people that come to me as well, that made me uncomfortable, you know. So because I was so uncomfortable, I, you know, reverted into myself. And so that's the brush side, but I reverted into myself. Sponge side, that sponge side is everything though. More coverage definitely, but I like this side too, even though it's not as much coverage. I do like this side, you know, if I wanted to shear it out a little bit, but I'm going back over it all with a sponge. I might add just a teeny bit more, just a teeny bit. But yeah, that, it made me uncomfortable, that's all. And I, you know, reverted into myself, and it was just it was just difficult. So low self-esteem for me ended up leading to, you know, bouts of depression and everything like that. And it was just difficult during my teen years. And I don't think I'm the only one. I feel like a lot of people have been through that, you know, and dealt with that. And dealing with your hormones and dealing with hormones and all of those things, you know, can really make it kind of difficult to maneuver through trying to learn to love yourself. You know what I'm saying? And to appreciate who you are. But one of the things that I began to learn as I grew is the character of people. Honey, learning the character of people and learning that you try so hard to, you know, have friends or, you know, be around these people, and it's like then you realize they suck. You know what I mean? They're not that great. These people that you are kissing up to, trying to change for, trying to be somebody different for, they're not that great. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you have all of these insecurities about yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you're not the only one who feels some type of way about certain things that you would consider flaws. Other people have areas that they would consider flaws. Some people might have a, you know, speech impediment that they might feel, you know, a certain type of way about. I know that I say a lot, so that really just ticks me off. Please don't pay attention to how many times I say but because I'm really trying to work on it. But some people, you know, might have, you know, insecurities. It just about anything, where they come from. Maybe they don't have a lot of money, or, you know, and they feel insecure about that. And, you know, it's really, it could be difficult sometimes to, I'm sorry. It could be really difficult sometimes to have a confidence about yourself despite, you know, what you perceive people think. And that's sometimes what low self-esteem really pushes or brings out is, let me say it like this. Low self-esteem, I feel a lot of times is definitely your perception, comes from your perception of yourself, but also your perception of how you think other people think about you as well. You know, you thinking about yourself and also what you think other people think about you. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know you know, my house is real life, so if y'all hear noise in the background, y'all know it's real life in here, you know. But and I think that's a lot of the low self-esteem came from what I thought people thought about me. You know what I mean? Or didn't like about me. And so I would nitpick about those things. You know what I mean? And that was not just my teens, but, you know, when you go through dating and relationships, and, you know, when people don't treat you right in a relationship, and, you know, they come away from you for whatever reason, or put the blame on you for whatever reason. And it's not that they're wrong all the time. But sometimes y'all just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Oh, see, I'm looking for something that's right in front of me, y'all. But sometimes it's just y'all didn't work, you know, and y'all just wasn't right for each other. And the same thing with friendships, you know what I'm saying? It's not limited to, it's not, definitely not limited to, oops, y'all, I done put a lot on, let me move this around my face. But it's definitely not limited to romantic relationships. Sometimes friendships break up and, you know, you move on to, because you just grew up. You know what I'm saying? You move on to a new set of people because you grew up. You became a different person. You developed and you became freer to be who you are. You know what I'm saying? You became more accepting of yourself, or confident. You realize you're around the wrong set of friends or the wrong group of people, and it was time to grow up and move on from that group of people. It was time to get, you know, around the people that are the right fit for you, you know. And that's what I realized, that you know, first of all, I had to, and this goes back to everything, even dealing with the rejection that we talked about in the last Faith Talk. You got to accept that you're accepted in the beloved. And that just means that God loves you. You know what I mean? When you're dealing with rejection, when you're dealing with low self-esteem, you got to accept that God accepts you. And literally everybody, even the person that you perceive to be the prettiest person in the world, they have insecurities that they, you know, see in themselves, that they consider flaws, that they might not feel the most confident about. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta like realize that that is a human experience. I'm going to blend this out. I really do think this concealer gets tacky. I don't like that, but I do like the coverage. And this is the Huda Beauty the Overachiever concealer, but it does have a tackiness to it that takes place. So I hope I blended my contour out quick enough. And I used the Tantour as well. But, you know, it's a human experience that we all have areas that we don't feel confident about, that we don't feel beautiful. We don't feel, you know, the most equipped or effective in areas. You know, we all had those moments. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel that you're alone in that experience. Sometimes knowing that you're not alone in that helps you to be more accepting of those things that you would consider flaws. We are human. None of us are, you know, perfect or flawless by any means. You know, we learn, we grow, we mature. That's all you can be, you know, is human and be yourself. And there are, you know, I don't care if you haven't met friends like that yet, or, you know, the one romantically yet that views that about you. But there is definitely, you know, there is someone out there that loves you for you. But most importantly, you got to love you for you. Realize, number one, that God loves you for you. And then also fall in love with yourself. The things that you know, pick at, you know, as a flaw, you know, that I'm not talking about areas where you need to grow up and you need to, you know, mature in. You know, definitely grow and change those areas. But the areas in which, you know, that you might have low self-esteem about, you know, take those things and realize the beauty in them. Realize the beauty in your flaws. Oh gosh. Realize the beauty, you know, in the areas that you feel is not beautiful, and love on it. Speak affirmative words. Words of, you know, speak words of affirmation to those areas. You know what I'm saying? So that you can get unstuck from insecurity. Get unstuck from low self-esteem, because low self-esteem can lead to depression. And a lot of people, you know, end up being suicidal and, you know, attempt things like, and it's really sad. You know, and I've had times where I you know, I literally, y'all, literally, you know, when things were going south in the marriage, I don't know why it bothered me so much, but I think I went through about a low self-esteem, definitely, when I was, you know, going through my divorce, and I was married the first time, and it was something that guy said. It was like, you're boring or whatever. And I'm like, I've been the same person since we started dating. Like, all of a sudden now I'm boring. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking. But it really made me wonder, like, do I need to be more fun? And y'all know I confess salvation, but sis was out here, like, maybe I need to get drunk. Maybe I need to do, you know, whatever, to prove that, you know, I'm more fun and everything. And I think you go through that when you're dealing with low self-esteem and you're trying to feel good about yourself, you know. But I realized, especially being with my husband, my beautiful, amazing husband that I have, that I'm married to, now, is like, I really don't have to be a different human being. I can be all of myself, and he loves it. So I realized I was just with the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? Don't be around people that make you feel like you have to change who you are. It's not going to help your self-esteem. It's not going to help you to grow as a human being. It's not going to help you to love yourself if you feel like you have to change the essence of who you are. I'm not talking about areas of responsibility and accountability and growth, but areas of your essential self where you feel like you have to change that. You know, if you don't do drugs and somebody wants you to do drugs, I'm just putting it out there like that because, you know, just so we can put it plain. If you don't do drugs, well, maybe that's not a good example. Don't do drugs anyway. All of y'all that's like, don't do drugs, please. But like, if somebody wants you to or make you feel like you have to do certain things in order. Well, if you do this, if you change this, if you change your hair, if you change your face, if you change your this, you change your that, then you'll be cool, you'll be accepted, you know, you'll feel better about yourself if you get this, you know. And I'm not talking bad about anybody that, you know, maybe you get surgery, you get a little nip tuck or whatever, but you know, you want to make some adjustments. I'm not talking negatively about you at all. But if you're around that all the time, or you feel depressed and like the surgery is the only thing that's going to make you feel happy about who you are, you might want to reevaluate, you know, and really learn to love yourself. And some people even need, you know, therapy. You know what I mean? Because there's, you know, body dysmorphic disorder where you see yourself hideously and that's not who you are. You know what I'm saying? So just really evaluate like what's the voice that's talking to you, that's making you feel like you are not enough the way you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, really. Because a lot of times what we are guided by and what we're influenced by is not even the truth. You know what I'm saying? The truth is we're all beautiful no matter how we look, no matter what, you know, where we came from. And none of us should be bullied or harassed or teased or made to feel less than because of how we look. Like, there should not be challenges out there where we're using other people's faces, you know, and showing the kids, you know that challenge where they use other people's faces and tell the kids like, this is gonna be your teacher, you know. Have y'all seen that? That is the most horrific challenge ever. Like, come on, what is wrong with you? This is why people have, you know, have low self-esteem issues, deal with depression, you know, feel like they don't want to be here anymore because, you know, I can't change being black. You know what I'm saying? I can't, you know, I shouldn't be harassed for being black. You know what I mean? I'm a Christian. I shouldn't be harassed because I'm a Christian, you know, and you might have a different religion, you know. You know, and people who are Christians, you know, shouldn't harass people. Yes, I want to tell you because I love the Lord. I want to tell you how good He is. And, you know, I want you to have that experience too. But I shouldn't show hate to you because that's not the point of what it means to be a believer. You know, the point is love, period. You know what I'm saying? So, there shouldn't be hate shown in any circumstance, no matter what anybody's background is or what their choices are. You know, I don't have to hate you for your choice. Your choice is your choice. You're a human being. You know, and I don't know how I probably went off topic there, but you know, I feel like when that pressure is there, you know, in social media, in the world, in amongst your peers and your family, when there's family pressure, you know, some people deal with low self-esteem because, you know, they want you to get married. They want you to do this. They want, you know, have kids. You know, I had to really think about, yo, do I even want to do that? You feel overly pressured and overly, you know, influenced to do things you don't want to do or become something that you're not. Don't let people do that to you. You know what I mean? Take a season to fall in love with yourself where all you need is you to be good. You and God. Take a season to really do that where all you need is you and God to be good. You know, and some people might need therapy. You might need that. You know what I mean? You might need that adjustment, but do it. Do what you gotta do, boo. I feel like I have 50 videos right now. But anyways, yeah, do what you gotta do. If you need therapy, you know what I mean? If you need to talk to people and be like, look, why are you eating down on me? You know, I really, you know, want to work on loving myself and, you know, and all of this, but you continuing to talk to me in a way that's demeaning and demeaning my areas in which I'm insecure. It doesn't help me to grow. It doesn't help me to love myself. Like, can you please stop that? Like, address people. Don't let people do that to you. Really. Ooh, I'm trying to think which one, y'all. I like that. Y'all know. I like that pink. Oh, but I don't know. I don't know if it'll look. I feel like I need to mix. I feel like maybe the pink and nail. Because I think nail might be too dark. But I'm going to mix nail and the pink. And we'll see how that goes. Okay. So. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was a winner. Nail and the pink. Whoa, honey. But yeah, first of all, you don't beat up on you. And then also don't let other people beat up on you. Like, I really had to reevaluate. I was trying to be, you know, fun. And I was really just being fake. Because my husband thinks I am fun. You know what I mean? And I realized that I was trying to perform, you know, for somebody that I wasn't meant to be with. You know what I'm saying? And that could be family. That could be friends. Oh, yes, I said it. It could be family. Some people, you need to move on from your family. Some of y'all out there. Once you grow up, once you out the house, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that you will never come back around them again. I went too ham. I think I should have been a little bit more calm with this blush. But, you know, yeah, I need to calm it down a lot. Because I don't want it too crazy. Kind of look a little crazy. Y'all, I might have messed up. I ain't messed up. Oh, no, it's cute. Ooh. Yum, that's cute. I'm going to put a little calm it down on there. Oh, but it's pretty. Y'all, I just had a little therapy and made me excited. But, yeah, like, don't beat up on yourself. And don't let other people do it. And yes, it might be family. It might be family. They might disagree. But they can keep it moving. They can keep it pushing. They'll be alright. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I had to put my lashes on and everything. But I'm about to do my lip now. Like this one. Looking a little strange. But these lashes are cute, right? I feel like they look really good. I'm going in with the Kola lip liner by Juvia's Place. And, but, yeah. Oh yeah, Kola lip liner. Come on. I'm going in Vogue. Yeah, in Vogue. By Juvia's Place as well. Isn't these like this is so cute. The packaging on this. Sorry. But that's the top. It's so cute. It's like an ombre top. I love this. But yeah. Oh. Y'all, this is giving me so much life. But yeah, you have to take some time away from the voices of self-doubt and then address the voices of doubt within yourself that make you wonder, you know, or hate who you are. You know what I'm saying? And realize that, you know, when it comes to, if it's low self-esteem about what you look, and this is men or women, I feel like men are pressured to look a certain way too sometimes. And I can imagine, like, if they're in like certain fields of, you know, career paths and stuff, they feel pressure to look a certain way. Men struggle with, you know, body issues too. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. So, you know, and we have to be mindful of that. You know what I mean? Women, we have to realize that the standards of beauty that are portrayed to us on a consistent basis, whether it be through media, you know, or whatever, they aren't even realistic in and of their own selves. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have to edit in Photoshop to get to a standard, what kind of standard is that? It's not even realistic, you know? And I know it's easy to say that, you know, but living in this world can make it difficult. There's a pressure for moms to snap back. And I'm like, these celebrities that we snapping back are paid to snap back. They got, you know, nutritionists and all of that. And some of the celebrities are sick of it. Because it's unrealistic. It's not real. And it's not right to push people to fit this mold that they aren't. Why can't we just love ourselves for who we are? You know, flawed and all. Because God knew we were flawed when he made us. And he loved us anyhow. And that's how I feel about myself now. And I don't care. Okay, so y'all, I was trying to find my mascara so I could do my bottom lash line, but I can't find it. So it kind of is what it is. We're going to roll with it. But I'm cute though. And I don't think I want to do highlighter because I feel like I'm radiant. I don't want to change my values of who I am, you know, or become mean or a bully, or, you know, if, you know, I have to be more outgoing. You know, I do learn, you know, to speak up for myself. I did learn to speak up for myself and be more, you know, vocal on my own behalf for certain things. But I learned also to be comfortable with me. I'm the only me in this world. And I'm special. And you are the only you in this world. And you are special. And you don't have to be a mold. God broke the mold when he created you. And that's a fact. And I know people say that. I'm not trying to sound cliche at all. But y'all, I want all of us to appreciate the beauty that is who we are as individuals. I want us to do that, you know? Because if we live the rest of our lives... God, I just got real hungry. I'm sorry, y'all. But if we live the rest of our lives feeling sad about what we are not, we're going to miss out on who we are. And I don't want to do that. I realize I don't want to do that. I don't want to be miserable for the rest of my life. I don't want to be miserable. Y'all, I'm looking at myself. I got self-esteem. I don't care if my edges ain't laid. I say this all the time. But I really don't care if my edges ain't laid. Because it is what it is. And I'm cute anyway. I got black hair. And my black hair gonna be the black hair that it is. Unless I perm it. It's gonna be what it is. You got 4C hair, 4B, 3A, 1A. Whatever you got. Love it. You know, if you want to straighten it, straighten it. You know what I'm saying? But love what you got. Don't hate what you got and do what you know, don't change anything about yourself out of hate. Make sure you love it and you just want to change it because you want to just explore options. But love who you are first. And be around the right people too. Like, when I tell you that's essential for life, that's essential for your well-being and not being around toxicity. When you can get out the house and you can choose who you're friends with, don't be connected to toxicity. And if you grew up in a toxic environment, get therapy. Get help. Talk to your pastor. Go to a therapist. Do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And talk to a good pastor, the Bible believing pastor, that if it gets beyond what his ability to advise you, and he'll send you to a therapist. But not just somebody that talk out the side of their mouth. Don't just. But you know, even your friends, you know what I mean? Y'all have open conversations with each other about how we can build each other up. If all y'all talk about is other people, if all y'all talk about is what ain't right, if all you talk about is how you annoyed, irritated, angry, I feel like I'm going all over the place, but that's not going to help you build your esteem. Because if ever you fall into the category of, you know, what those people are annoyed with, then you're going to be, you know, feeling like, oh no, I need to. You feel pressure and anxiety unneeded. You don't have to do that. So y'all, I grew up, you know, and we constantly have to evaluate it. I reevaluated even recently, you know, being on YouTube. I gotta be me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be me. And sometimes I'm real. Because faith really talks. I really be talking, honey. Like, I really be talking. You know what I mean? And I'm real with y'all. Because it is what it is. Yeah. So, what y'all think? What y'all think? Okay. Y'all, I found my mascara. I'm excited now. I found my mascara. But yeah, oh, this turned out so pretty. But yeah, y'all, I've had to reevaluate various times. Working on low self-esteem and gaining confidence takes time. You know what I'm saying? And I've reevaluated and taken the time to assess, you know, how I feel about myself and if I'm believing I am who God says I am. And I'm not trying to be arrogant. Like, I know I have flaws. When you arrogant, you disregarding your flaws and you belittle other people. I ain't doing it. So don't call yourself being confident and you trash other people. You don't have to trash people when you're confident. You just love yourself. And you can encourage somebody else when you're confident. So let's be clear about that. You do not have to bully people if you are confident. You do not have to tear another person down if you are confident. And you are able to build somebody else up if you are confident in who you are. You are a small person if you have to bully people and tear people down in order to feel good about yourself. And this is the end of the video. I love y'all. Thanks for watching. Did you like my video? Did you subscribe? Make sure you do that. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm uploading and you hear more real talks or I'm fussing at you through the camera. I love y'all. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch and dealing with my funky attitude at the beginning. But now that I done beat this face and I'm cute, I'm excited. I really love this Alter Ego Temptress palette. I really do. This is so pretty. The shimmers are shimmering, honey. And this is it. And y'all, I did my own nails. Did I tell y'all that? I did my own nails. I've been watching YouTube videos about polygel and all that kind of stuff. And I did my own nails. I don't know how to hand model, but I did them. I did them myself. I'm so excited. I'm looking at the monitor, but I'm really excited about this. I really am. And I'm going to keep working on it. Don't come for me. I know everything is not perfect, but I'm working on it. And I will gain confidence in doing this. But anyway, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And thank you so much for taking the time out to watch. Speak life over yourselves. Speak affirmations over yourselves. And love yourself because God loves you. I love you. Love y'all. Bye, guys.